Hi, this is Sridhar from WP Dev Design. In this video, I'm going to show how the conditions feature of Oxygen can be used to show different post layouts depending on whether the post has a featured image or not. Here is the layout that we shall build for posts that have a featured image. And here is the layout that we are going to build for posts that do not have a featured image. In my test site, I have a couple of posts, one with featured image and one without. Let us begin by creating a template that applies to all the single posts. I'm going to click on Add New Template, give it a title of say Post, and set this template to be inherited from the main catch-all template that has the site-wide header, inner content, and footer. And I'm going to set this template to be applied to the posts. And I need to set a priority of 1 to make sure that this template overrides the generic template that applies to all the singular post types. Click on Publish, Edit with Oxygen. I'm going to first add a section that should be shown for the posts that have a featured image. Add section. Let us set the text color to white and background color to blue. And I would like to center the contents of this section. So I click on this button and I'm going to go to Advanced, Background, and we need to set the featured image of the post as the background image. We do that by clicking on Data button and selecting featured image. Click on Insert. The reason why we do not see a featured image now is because this particular post that we are previewing does not have a featured image. So I'm going to switch to the other post that has the image, and now we can see it here. I'm going to set the background to no repeat, and I'm going to set the horizontal and vertical position of the background image centered by setting the left to 50% and top to 50%. Okay, if I add some text that has a white color, I will not be able to see the text clearly because of the light colored background image. So I'm gonna set a image overlay color to this blue, but having some transparency like that. Now let us add the post date as a heading. So I'm going to click on Add Heading and double click this text and click on Insert Data button at the top and click on Date. Insert. That will display the published date of the post. I'm gonna change the text color to light blue and change the font size to 64 pixels and change the font weight to let's set this to actually 20 pixels and let's set the font weight to 600. And I'm going to go to Advanced, Typography, and set the text transform to uppercase like that. Okay, next let's add the post title. I'm going to go to Add, WordPress, Dynamic Data, Title. I'm going to set the font size to 64 pixels and font weight to 400 pixels, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to next add a section that should show the post content. So add section and then add WordPress dynamic data and content. Okay, so below this section, let us add a section that should be shown for posts that do not have a featured image. So I'm going to click on add section and add the post title. So we'll go to add WordPress dynamic data title, and let me again set the font size of this to some say 64 pixels and the font weight to 400, and below this I would like to display the author and date. I'm gonna click on add a heading of, let's say, H4, and I'm going to set the font size to 20 pixels and the font weight to 600, and I'm going to double click this text and add the text by, and now we need to display the post author. So I'm going to click on insert data and click on display name under the author. Insert. I'm going to go to the end and type on, and now we need to display the published date. Again, I click on insert data button at the top and click on date, insert, and when I click outside, now we'll be able to see the post author and the published date of the post. Okay, so I'm going to select this section and click on this button to set a condition, and click this button to add the condition, and for the condition name we are going to select post has featured image. In this case it should be true. So only if the post has a featured image should this section be shown. And now we need to do the opposite for this section. So I'm going to select that section and add a condition, post has featured image, and set this to false. So let's take a look at the post that has a featured image. This looks fine. And let's take a look at the post that does not have a featured image. Okay, this is also okay, except the fact that there is too much white space between the title area and the content. So I could go back and tweak it by going to advanced, size and spacing, and setting the bottom padding for this section to 0, and that should make it look better. As you can see, it is quite easy to build different post layouts using the built-in conditions in Oxygen. For more information on conditions, be sure to check out the link in the video description.